In today's video, we're making mob farms. Now I noticed that in different structures in Hytale, you can have mobs spawning in the structure. You go in, take them out, and then come back in a while later and there's mobs right back there again. Which is a pretty good idea for game design, keeping the world still alive, making it so that it's not just empty and barren by the time you've played through the game. But for me, I think this is a perfect opportunity to abuse a perfectly good game mechanic and make some automatic farms. Alright, so I have made a new world and I've got to try to find... Ooh, wait, truck camp right there? Okay, so we got 3 mobs that just spawned in, and it looks like they've all gone and wandered off now. Looks like the main theory was that they respawned every day. If I try to set the time to just before midnight, do they respawn at midnight? How often do these guys respawn? So if I go over and grab a bed, I skip the night this way, will there be new mobs there? Okay. We've got one spawn right here. I don't know why I have that in my hand, but alright, we got a mob spawn here, and okay, that's interesting. He immediately fell through this, kind of looks like a trap, and died in the spikes. Yeah, there's no way that's not intentional. So it looks like, yeah, we get mobs that spawn every day. Alright, so if I remove all the blocks around this, will it still spawn? I have no idea how the creative tools work. This is not gone to plan. How do I... Oh, it looked like the other dude and the wolf respawns. They just respawn a little after they've died. Well, I guess I've just got to build a little pit here by hand. That's a pretty far reach. Will our dude still spawn if he's in a giant pit? Will he spawn at the bottom of the pit? Will he fall? Will he spawn next to it? Will he not spawn at all? I can't know until the pit is finished. Alright, I think I've included the spawn point in there. Tried to mess with the building tools to make this go faster, and in doing so, I deleted my marker accidentally. And it's time for bed. What do we got? Alright, I'm not seeing any dude respawning there. Not seeing any dudes over there. Oh, there, he respawned right there. Okay, and there's the wolf. That just the other guy, or... I am confused. Alright, so he's gone. Will he spawn there again? Would be really nice if there was like we've got the tick sprint command in Minecraft. If we had something like that in here. Alright, is he back? I'm not seeing any dudes. Do I gotta go away and then come back? Let's try going away and coming back. Still, oh, wait, no, he spawned. I guess it might be just a distance thing. Here, let's try filling this hole. Alright. This might be interesting. Alright, we leave, and then we come back. Do we have another guy on the blue platform now that I've restored his spawn point? Someone's gonna look at this in the future after we've figured everything out and be judging this. Alright. I'm here. It's a new day. Sun's rising. Do we have any spawns? Alright, we've got a 2-block pit down there on the one guy's spawn point. And this one hasn't respawned since I dug the pit. Let's try leaving and coming back. Alright, we're not getting any respawns. I restore this block. What about that? Do we have... Okay, so we did spawn along with the other guy. So is it only on specific blocks do they spawn? Can they not spawn on blue cloth? How about that? Let's try a new day. This is turning out harder than I thought. Any new guys? Nothing. Maybe I'm doing the wrong time? Do we have anything? We have something. Okay, that guy spawned. Okay, yeah, so the dog seems to be linked to that guy, so the dog doesn't spawn unless he does. Right, and this other guy doesn't seem to be respawning at all, so let's try placing the stone again. Okay, start a new day. Now that it's brighter out, do we have anything? No spawns. Okay. Okay, so it looks like they have to have their spawn uninterrupted, maybe? Alright, let's try to find another structure. See if I can't find one of those big skeleton places. Never seen that one before. What's this? Alright, this looks like a skeleton place, yeah. Those are big doors. Okay, so we have dudes spawning here, here, got one here. You have any more dudes? Alright, we got dudes that come out of that coffin, though I don't think those reset. Alright, everyone else has started moving, so I can't find their spawns. This is a really big area. This dungeon just keeps on going. Okay, looks like it stops here. That's an interesting idea. We could maybe visit him later. I do want to try something over here. Okay, so I found this. There's an option to enable entity markers. So this might show where all the mobs spawn. And apparently I can clear all the mobs in this area. That should be large enough. So clear all entities should kill everything there, though I think that might have killed the spawning area too. Well, that's fun. Well, let's back to the drawing board then. I do want to see, do mobs actually get pushed by water? Because I've never actually tested that out. The water physics seem a bit interesting. They don't really flow, they really just are. So if we have water coming down this way, do we get pushed? I don't think so. Just spawn a mob just to make sure. Yeah, they're not getting pushed. Okay, okay. Then we'll have to try something else. If I place a block in the middle of the air, will a mob just walk off? We got a skeleton here. Let's turn on detection so he tries to come at me. And it's looking like he's staying on the block. Alright, what about... Are there any blocks considered full blocks by the game that aren't? Okay, so he sees that as a full block. Okay, so he's gonna stay on there. Alright, so this guy is not leaving the block. Does it work with any other dudes? Alright, so we got a zombie here. Can you... Okay, so they physically cannot leave the block. Interesting. This is going to make things difficult. But I might have to make this manual for a little bit. Okay, here we got something. Got mob spawning there. Mob spawning there. Mob spawning there. So if we try to clear every block in this area, is there a way to do that really fast? It appears that there is. Okay, does it delete mobs too? Because that would be bad if it did. No. Okay, so let's just delete this entire structure. Whoa, how did I not notice that before? Okay, delete this entire structure. Okay, good. And we still have our spawn anchor areas. Let's lower this a little bit more. Nice. Okay, so now we've got to place blocks around all of them to make small platforms. And I do not know what those are for, but okay. Alright, now let's just set the time to night. Got a nice bed. Come over here to these crazy looking things and get some sleep for a sec. Start a brand new day. Alright, so now if we head over to our giant crater, it should be, yeah, there we are. Do we have mobs spawning on their platforms? Okay, so I've come in and I have added a bit more pathing to this. I went in and added all the blocks around their patrol route, and that one just fell. Interesting. So they all have a patrol route, it seems. So if I provide them enough space to patrol, then maybe that'll allow them to spawn. I wonder if I can have them walking on small little beams. Maybe still trigger it. All right, let's try again. Feel like I'm finally getting somewhere after all this time. It hasn't been too much time for you guys, though even you watching this video means that I already succeeded. Okay, so it looked like they spawned up there. Okay, yeah, we got spawns. Okay. And that dude fell somehow. Maybe it's just the bottom one having the path that'll work. Okay, let's try this again. We have a dude up there. That's it. Just have the one dude. Maybe this guy needs more space. Let's give him more space. Coming back in a second. Wait till we unload all of those. Do they ever unload? Okay, that guy unloaded. Do we have guy on bottom? Okay, we do not. Alright, we have a bigger platform now. Okay, alright, the spawns are working now. Now this guy ain't respawning because he was already there earlier. Okay, but we do got walkways between all the different patrol areas. Slept in a bed so many times. Okay, now what? Do we got mobs? No. Okay, we got a mob up there. What? Okay, we got a mob up there. That's it though. Alright, it's looking like it's got the full platform that's on. Oh wait, these guys are down here. Okay, they fell down here. Interesting. Okay, so let's go out and fill this in and maybe add some spikes or something to knock these guys out and see if there's a way where we can maybe get the loot. Alright, so I'm thinking we're gonna probably have to end up removing a large area, keeping the paths between their patrol marks, just having a drop beneath. Okay, we got... Wait, there's trapdoors in this game. Do they register these as blocks? Okay, they do register them as blocks. We got these spike blocks here. Can we walk through these? We cannot walk through these. We cannot walk through those. So we're gonna need to figure out if there's any way we can have these guys drop. Okay, let's just figure out if the trapdoors will let them drop. And figure that afterwards. Okay. A new day. Do we have skeletons? No. Alright, it is later in the day. Do we have skeletons? No. Okay, those aren't working. I need to unobstruct the path. How about that? Try one more time. Do we have skeletons? Not today. A bit more difficult than I expected. There we are. There we are. We got the skellies. If we open all these up, do you want to get me? Alright, so we can run through here as bait and drop the platform so they fall. Oh, I got two guys fall on me. Wait, so if they just walk through this and they die, that gives me another idea. How about we abandoned this entirely? Let's find another place. Okay, here we go. Finally, we got one of the big skelly places. Okay, so we got guys here. And if we trap their spawn areas here, will they still spawn if it's trapped? Take out all the existing skeletons. Don't think there's any more skeletons left. There's one right there. Okay. Okay, so the goal is to see, do these guys still spawn when there is a trap that they spawn in? Okay. Feel like we're getting somewhere. Alright. Do we have mob spawns at all? Not seeing any mobs spawning. Let's try adjusting the time. Alright. Okay, we got health bars flashing. And it looks like yes. Yes, we've got junk here. We've got junk here. We've got junk. We've got junk. Yes. Okay, that worked. They will still spawn if there is a trap block that instantly kills them. Nice. We gotta farm some dudes once a day. Alright, let's see. Looks like there is a big zone 4 structure here. Okay. Got skeleton outposts. We should be able to get some red scrap and some fire essence from these. So it's literally just placing some of these traps here. Not quite sure how they're crafted, but I do know they spawn at least. So I think that is everyone defeated. Pop down a bed. Apparently you can only have 3 respawn points at a time. Cool. Alright, it's 4 in the afternoon now. Do we have mobs? I'm not seeing any. Nothing spawning. No. I was hoping for a winner. Let's try this again. And why not pop spike on that fire steel golem as well? Seems that one takes him a bit longer. Okay, let's try this again. There's nighttime, and now it is daytime. That guy's not respawning yet. Do we have any respawns over here? We do. Okay. We got respawns. And my inventory's clear, but that guy's moving. Okay. So that spike did not seem to be enough. This one was. We got more guys dying over there. Okay, this guy seems to be going about his jolly day. We got some more here. Got health bars over here. Okay. This guy's very much alive. Got some junk over here. Okay. We got big doors here that I somehow missed. And we got more junk. Alright, this guy seems to be fine. More big doors? How many doors are there? Why are there so many big doors? Okay, we got health bars. Same guy. Got... Okay, more junk. So it seems like other than maybe like half of those guys, half of them survived. So we're gonna need... look to be the ones I put the least amount of spikes on. So we're gonna need to maybe pop some there. If that doesn't work, pop them on their midway points. So like right there. Just from that, okay, that guy's spawning in. Should be able to get a good deal more fire essence and an iron ingot, which is pretty cool. Okay. 5 more essence of fire and an iron ingot. So, iron farm right there. It's not the best, but it is an iron farm. And I believe underground there's like loads of different pillars and stuff where they've got those. Let's try this one more time. Now that I think I've got everything fixed. Okay, I think I may have seen some flashing up there. Hello? Anyone spawning in? My inventory's clear. Let's see. We are not getting any spawning in. Maybe it is a certain time of day. Okay, maybe it is walking, because that guy's spawning in. Got that guy spawning in. Got our first essence and cinder cloth. Okay, we got more spawns over here. One over here. One over here. Doesn't look like this guy spawned in. Another big door. Got more junk. Even more junk. Got more junk over here. Sounded like something was dying down here. Yes. Looks like this guy escaped. Just wait a second. Come on. You gotta... Got 1 health point left. Let's just give you a nudge. Can't nudge these guys. Let's just... One more spike. One more spike. Come on. Yes! Okay. That counted. Right? That counted. Let me know in the comments if that counted. And then we got the last one up here. Okay. This guy never spawned. But everyone else did. Okay. Oh wait, no, he's over there. Nice. Okay, and from that we've got 18 Essence of Fire and 29 Cindercloth scraps, plus 15 crude arrows and ancient steel gauntlets. Essentially, all of this is the stuff you'd get from taking out this whole structure every day, except you don't have to do anything. If you ever find a structure spawning anything consistently, skeletons, goblins, magma lava toads, especially that last one, pop down a spike of some kind at the place you see them spawning. Keep your distance after they spawn and just walk up next to them and get your stuff. And can you like insta-mine these? You can insta-mine these and place them back down once you're done so that you don't take damage when you're collecting this junk. That is nice. I am proud of this. You might be able to clear out some of the area around as long as you leave the pathways and stuff. That might be a little risky. I'm not quite sure how the mob spawning algorithm works, but other than that, this works. And now you no longer have to spend all your time trying to keep up with getting good at combat and having to go in and fight all these skeletons and stuff every time your pickaxe breaks. All you need to do is observe the behaviors of mobs, set the trap, come back daily for free goodies, and now you've got loads of time for building, mining, or even just helping out your parents and washing the dishes or something. I don't know. Maybe you're the parent that and you want to wash the dishes or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. If you have any ideas for a cool farm or something, and anything you've stumbled across, let me know. I like how this one turned out. So, what is this, the first mob farm in Hytale? Maybe. It's been over a week, so I don't think so, but I haven't seen any. Who knows? Subscribe.